all new. AM1150 WTMP.com.
All right, here we go. All righty. I'm going to lighten it up a little bit.
Well,
Porch Talk Radio, I'm going to talk about the phone company.
oh boy.
We're going to talk about Apple and AT&T and the fact that, for you guys there on Facebook Live, I got a new phone. This phone was $700.
That's cheap.
I'm just saying. And this is a whole process they could go through. And I had planned to have a different kind of a show today. This is Porch Talk Radio. I am your host, Eddie Adams Jr. This is your co-host, Gabriel Phillips. Tim is here, our engineer who's been with us for the whole 10 years that we've been doing this thing.
Right.
So if you want to call in during the show today, this is the call-in show. TMP call-in number is 813-867. If you want to call me after the show, during the week, or whatever, and have a conversation about some other stuff that may be going on, my cell phone number, Eddie Adams Jr. cell phone number is 813-12. You guys, girls, kids may recall, I give or take maybe a month ago when I said I came in and I pretty much complained for the first 10, 15 minutes of the show about my cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
I'm working. People are talking in my back pocket. I ain't called them, so I pick it up and folks are having conversations. It's sending text message. It's calling people I don't know. And it's a smartphone. So I'm just making the assumption that evidently, if I don't know what it's doing, but somebody or something out there know what this smartphone was doing. Again, I'm ignorant of this because the phone evidently was smarter than I was.
Mm-hmm.
So finally, one of my good friends called, text me and said he been trying to contact me. My phone ain't working. I text him back from the AT&T store and say I'm trying to get this phone fixed. Now again, I know this is not a browbeating, land-moving, earth-quaking information, but if you've been through this, you know what I'm talking about. Because I started having phone issues, and finally my daughter say, well, the thing old as Methuselah, you may need to get another phone. Well, but first, I said, well, let me go see if I can get it fixed.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to the AT&T store, which is where I bought the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Never had any issue when I bought this phone. This phone is a 6S.
That's old, Eddie.
Little did I know, they don't make 6S's anymore.
That's a dinosaur, Eddie.
It may be, but again, all I need the phone to do is when I call somebody, let me call them, and when they call me, let me answer the phone. I just started texting this year, so I ain't, been texting, and again, I don't need the phone for that. I'd rather talk to people anyway, for all intents and purposes. So anyway, this device that I got, that before when I changed phones, I got something. I got the biggest thing that was out there. It was modern, it was new, and it did all this stuff. And all I had to do was go to the AT&T store,
mm-hmm.
and they brought out the new phone, and they sit there and they said something, did some hocus pocus mumbo jumbo, Saddam Hussein or whatever, and and they handed it to me, and it's been working great ever since. Ain't had no problems until a couple of months ago when it started getting its own sense. I guess it did like the machine in 2001. You know, it started realizing it had a mind of its own. It had a personality of its own, and it didn't give a crap whether I controlled it or not. Evidently, I didn't control it. So it got to the point where it made me so mad, so furious, because people will call me, and I'm trying to slide the little thing over to answer the phone. It won't even let me answer the phone. It won't let me text message. People will be talking, and I can hear them talking, but I can't. The display went to hell. Now again, I'm only dealing with Apple and AT&T. So when I go to AT&T I took my old phone, and they say, "Oh, well, we don't work on the phone. You gotta take it to the Apple store."
Because they gonna deal with it.
You hear what I just said, ladies and gentlemen? They don't work on the phone that they sold me. So, me being not the tech nerd that Tim is, and a few other people I know who deal with this stuff all the time. Again, all I need to do is answer the phone when somebody call me, call somebody, and every now and then text a message. That's all I need the phone for. So, I go to the Apple store at International Mall.
Get in line.
No, they wouldn't let me get in line. I went to the Apple store at the International Mall, and a guy comes up with a tablet and says, now there's 4 lines there. I cannot stand in line as a walk-up. They got to give me an appointment to come back 2 days later as a walk-up. Did you hear what I just said? They would not look at my phone. I'm there with it, walked up. I got to get an appointment to come back 2 days later as a walk-up at the Apple store. I know, a lot of you guys, y'all just think I'm just blowing off hot air. I got a lot of stuff going on this week. But on top of all of that stuff. So this was freaking me out. My phone don't work. I can't get anybody to look at it, to fix it. So I go home, come back 2 days later, when they tell me to come back, and found out that this was just the beginning. I get in the store with no problem, because I got an appointment. The person that takes me in the store looks at my phone and tells me, you have, she said something, you got a third-party display. That's what she said.
Oh, yeah, Voyager.
No, I ain't did nothing to this phone. All I did was pay for it to pick it up and use it. I ain't did nothing to the phone.
But
she said, you got a third-party display. Okay, what do that mean?
You're screwed.
She said it's not an Apple display. I said, okay, I bought it from AT&T. Why would they change the display on the phone? I don't know, sir. So immediately, she starts trying to do the little settings thing. Well, it ain't work for her. It ain't work for me. What make her think it's gonna work for her? And then of course, just cut it off and cut it back on. can't cut the damn phone off. I ain't trying to tell you. Hold the little button, and then when they say swipe to cut it off, it don't go off. It won't go off. So we sit there and we play with it. I guess some kind of how finally she's got a laptop, a pad or something, and she said, well, we need to update it.
Ooh.
Okay, lady, do what you want. I mean, you the tech nerd person. I'm here to see if I can get this phone to work or buy another. I'm not against buying another phone. I ain't a pauper. I have some money. Little did I know, the game was rigged.
Uh-oh.
Because then it ain't about that.
Mm-hmm.
So she wanted to do some kind of update. So finally, the phone decided, since I was at the Apple store, it took mercy on me. It decided to let her get into the settings.
Mm-hmm.
And she immediately said, well, it needs to be updated, it needs to be this, it needs to be that. Then she said, well, we need to update your display.
Oh, money. Cha-ching.
Yeah, that was like $200.
That's only money.
Now, I still got the same lousy ass phone. Ain't nothing else gonna work any better.
Worse. Yeah.
So for all intents and purposes, she's gonna fix the display. Now, I ain't mess with the display. It's the same display it came with when it was brand new. I ain't even changed the screen.
How many years old?
I don't know. It's a 6S. So how long that's been around. So anyway, I'm still complaining. So bear with me a little bit. This whole process that I'm talking about had me at the Apple store.
30 minutes?
No. We're at the Apple store for an hour before she tells me and figures out, oh, you need a new phone. All right. Listen to this, people. And I know I'm ranting and raving, but, I got an hour. Listen. I am at the Apple store at the International Mall. And this lady tells me, in order for them to sell me, this is Apple, in order for them to sell me an Apple phone, unless I pay for it cash right now, all of it, I have to go to the AT&T store to buy the phone. The same phone. He took a picture of the phone box. He took a picture of the box and said, show them this phone picture as to the phone you need.
They couldn't help you then.
No, you know what he said? He said, we can't sell you the phone on time.
Ah, got it. No payments.
Right. I gotta pay for the whole thing, either pay for the whole $700 right now,
Or run back out there.
charge it or cash it or something, or go to the AT&T store to buy their phone, the Apple phone, at the AT&T store.
Did you ask him to switch out the screen?
I ain't asking him to do nothing. Now, let me tell you the mystical, magical, great part about this experience. The lady that I've been talking to for the last hour can't sell me a phone. They got some special highfalutin 20-something person that can sell me a phone. Yeah. So
And she wasn't it.
She wasn't it. That wasn't what she did.
She has to hand you off.
So she handed me off to this person, even though she done said they can't sell me a phone. Evidently, it was his job to say they got the X10.
Yep.
And then the Aura something.
Yep. XR.
XR, yeah.
That's it.
I don't need the more expensive phone for what I do. All I need to do is call, text, and answer the phone. That's all I need. This is at the Apple store. So she take a picture of it and say, this is the phone you need. Go to the AT&T store.
Go somewhere else. All right.
Now, these places are on different sides of Tampa. Every time I take one of these
Of course.
trips, you know, it's like
Traffic. yeah.
International Malls, Fetcher, Fowler. I live in Temple Terrace.
Oof.
You know, these kind of trips. So me being gullible,
Mm-hmm.
trying not to use 4-letter words in my conversations with these people.
Because they're professionals.
Go to the AT&T store, buy the phone. Bought
The next door?
brand new $700 phone.
That's cheap.
The only difference, the battery supposed to be better, and the pictures supposed to be better. Supposedly, that's what they say. So top of the line phone. I get the phone, have my old phone right there. Okay, are you guys gonna put my contacts and my photographs and all my info from this phone to this phone?
Here we go.
I'm at the AT&T store.
Mm-hmm. Here we go.
We can't do it here.
Ah! Back to the Apple.
We can't do it here. I said, but I did it here before, and everything. Well, you got the 6S, and they don't make that anymore.
Correct.
I say, okay, but you had the software. You could do. Why would all y'all smart behind people have a process that works until all the 6S's were dead? You know, why would y'all get rid of something? Well, we can't do it no more, and they don't make the 6S no more. Now you got to go to the Apple store. Okay, now when I go to the Apple store, I got to get another appointment.
Another 2 days.
I'm at the Apple store with both phones, the new one and the old one,
Mm-hmm.
in line, waiting to still dealing with these folks outside.
Yeah.
Not even in the store. They got these waiting areas, and the guy tell me, I said, I need to talk to a supervisor. I need to talk to somebody with some power.
You done.
I am the supervisor. Now, how lucky did I get to get the supervisor from, now he's standing outside, with the little iPad, laptop
was he
thing.
25, eh?
He probably 22.
Yeah, probably.
I am the supervisor. Okay. We can't do it here.
Oh!
What we can do, we can have somebody from Apple call you at 6 o'clock this afternoon and walk you through this whole thing. I say, all y'all smart ass people here, nobody here can do that? No, we can't. I'm laughing to keep from crying.
And they're getting paid a lot of money, I need to tell you that.
So I get home, just like I thought. Somebody with a heavy accent.
Hello? How are you?
Who I can't even understand. I knew that was gonna happen. So this person, I gotta ask 3 times, what did you just say? What are we trying to do? Even the person on the other end of the phone could not do this process. Right. They took over my computer wherever he had in Bangladesh or wherever.
Mm-hmm.
He was controlling stuff on my screen, and he said, well, you got to download iTunes.
Yep.
I said, well, I don't traditionally listen to iTunes, so it's not on my computer. Well, we got to download iTunes. So we downloaded iTunes. He didn't want to wait. Now, he on the phone. He getting paid by the hour, wherever he at. He in the comfort of his living room,
Probably.
whatever. And he says, I'm going to send you 2 files. When you get these files, open them up, and it'll tell you how to do this conversion.
Mm-hmm.
at this point, I still got my old phone. I am taking file by file my old contacts off my old phone and manually putting them in
Oh, man.
my new phone. First started with my favorites, then the people who I talk to on a regular basis, and eventually, probably by the time this phone
Dies?
is old, dead, and gray, I may get half of my contacts from my other phone because people will call me and I didn't have them in my contact list and
Who dis?
and the other thing is, now I'm gonna tell you, smart people are stupid as hell. I'm gonna say that because in the olden days you had like a SIM card.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And all I had to do was take your SIM card out of one phone,
Boom.
put it in the other phone, do some kind of crap to it, or either put it in some kind of machine that took it from the old SIM card, put it on a new SIM card, put it in your phone, you went on about your business, and you were happy as pie. They have made it so hard for Eddie Adams Jr. to be happy. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that's going on, but that is so frustrating. And I know none of you guys have had to deal with that. Nobody.
No, you'd be surprised, Eddie.
No, just me. I'm on Porch Talk Radio. Been doing this for 10 years, and I mean, considering the amount of money, the number of billions of dollars, and the tech, and all these smart people, and they don't have a way to make it easy for you to buy a $700 phone, $1,200 phone, $3,000 phone, and convert your old phone to your new phone.
Eddie, where you're missing the boat is you're supposed to swap them out every 2 or 3 years. You keep using it because you say, oh, it's working. No. You don't understand tech. You're supposed to swap it out every 2 to 3 years just because.
If a brick still worked, I would still have a brick.
Oh my God, I had one of those. Back in the
brick,
day.
Because of what I need it for. It is utilitarian. It is something that I use and it has a purpose. I don't need it to look pretty. I don't have to have the nicest looking phone when I pull it out. It don't have to whistle Dixie or the Black National Anthem. It don't have to do none of that stuff. All it has to do is when I touch it, come on. All I have to do is make a call. I know we got a caller. And do what I needed to do, which is very simple. Caller, welcome to Porch Talk Radio. I'm still rambling. Who are you? Where you calling from? And what say you? Yes, I never trusted them that much. All I do is keep it simple. Simple phone call, text every blue moon, and answer when somebody call me. That's all I do with my phone.
That's old school, Eddie.
Nothing else.
Well, I just do a little bit more, but I just want to piggyback. Appreciate your concern. I'm there too.
Thank you for calling.
Thanks,
we
sir.
appreciate it.
There you go, Eddie.
All right. TampaBay, Eddie, Gabriel, Tim, we love you. See you in a couple weeks. Bye-bye.
God bless.